Hi, welcome everyone to the Sunny Coast very own BNI podcast called the Referral Wave. My name is Tony Cross, and I'm here today with Kylie Kis, the
Hi
world
everyone.
the world's fastest real estate agent. Just don't even have time to get out of a car. Just bang into it, pull on the side of the road between deals. Kylie, thanks for giving BNI your time today in this very hectic, fast-paced real estate world you're in.
Oh, pleasure, Tony. You know I've got a lot of time for you, and of course BNI, being a BNI myself. So thank you for having me.
No worries at all. So, how's Ken Guy Real Estate up in Budrum going? Good?
Yeah, it's going well. We're celebrating over 50 years, so it's exciting times. Yeah, lots of listings the team have got. Plus, we've got lots of land sales available. So yeah, exciting times, and it's an honour to be part of the team, especially when they're celebrating over 50 years. So.
Yeah, so that having been in around the coast my whole life in one form or another, Ken Guy is one of those names that's just been around since day dot. They
Yeah,
have been
100%.
here obviously very long, 50 years, long time, and well established, great business. So it must be really cool working for someone like that.
Yeah, I haven't actually met Ken myself, but Danny Redman, who is the principal who's been in the game, I think he's 43 years. Yeah, long time. So
Yeah,
he's been running the Ken Guy Budrum office for many, many years. So yeah, awesome leader.
yeah, that's great. Now you mentioned a bit of development stuff. So what sort of services and products and that does your business offer? So you do real estate sales traditionally as well. Just give us a bit of a rundown on everything that you do there.
Yeah, sure. Well, we list and sell properties on the Sunshine Coast. For those, really from all over the Sunshine Coast, from Caloundra all the way up to Noosa, out into the hinterland. That's dwellings or residents or homes, properties we call them, any of those. And then we also have land. We're working really, Danny, my principal, works really closely with some developers, and we are selling plots or blocks of lots of land packages. One of the developments we're working on at the moment is the Windsor Park Burnside. So we've got 68 lots there for sale, 38 have sold, and we've got 30 to go.
Yeah, right. And given the shortage of land and that around, I guess they wouldn't last very long. What
No,
remaining
you're right.
stock you got left wouldn't last very long, would it?
No, I have been saying to a lot of people too, and it's not a sales pitch. They are selling like popcorn, so they are very affordable from 400,000 up and onwards, and they're not small blocks of land. They're huge. They're like 800 square meters up to 1,500 plus. So yeah, really good spot. It's worth a look if anybody is looking for. And you don't have to pick the block of land and we've chosen the builder. You can choose your own builder, which is fantastic in this development.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's good to hear. So, look, what led you to join BNI? How did Kylie Kiss arrive at BNI's doorstep?
How the hell did B and I get me? Oh, well, back in I'm originally from Sydney, so my husband and I and our daughters have been here on the coast just on 10 years. So I'm a big fan of BNI before I arrived here. So in Sydney, I was part of a chapter there in Seaforth on the Northern Beaches. Movers and shakers, I get the business model. So it was a no-brainer for me joining BNI on the Sunshine Coast in one of these fabulous chapters called BNI CBD. So yes, so I get the business model with BNI. Yeah, I think it was, it was probably 15 years ago, BNI, and then before that, so a
Yeah,
good
right.
20, 25 years, yeah. So I've known about it for a long time.
So you've been in BNI on the coast for 15 years.
No, I've been in BNI living here. No, sorry, living on the Sunshine Coast 10 years. No, I was saying back in Sydney, so it was like 15 years ago, I was part of a chapter,
Yeah.
and I think I was part of that chapter for a few years. So we're talking like 20 years ago when I knew about BNI.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Mm.
great. So have you got anything you can share with us how you use BNI to enhance your networking and gain referrals for your business?
Yeah, good question. BNI, whenever I get asked in the BNI meetings at CBD, what's my favourite core value for BNI, it's definitely building relationships. Because if you don't have the relationship, there's no business. They all go hand in hand. I know we've got quite a few core values, but if I always say to people, if you're interested in building some more friendships and connections, BNI is a great place to go, and then business evolves from that really organically.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And one of those relationships just walked past the car, did they? Giving
Yeah.
them
Sorry.
for those
Sorry.
listening in at home that aren't watching this on YouTube, Kylie's sitting in the front of a car waving to people doing her
No, I'm
interview.
sitting in the car with all my friends.
Don't even pull up on the
Good,
side of the road with
Deborah.
that thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's the busy street because Kengai Budrum, we're located on Burnett Street, right in the heart of Budrum. So there's always someone waving at me.
We better not take longer than half an hour. You'll end up with a parking ticket.
True. Yeah. Good point.
So, when it comes to your BNI experience, have you got a standout story that you've sort of had in BNI with those relationships that you can share with everyone?
I've got a standout. There's quite a few, of course. But I probably wanted to share with you, I'm one of the OGs of BNI CBD alongside Caitlin, and had the luxury of having Leanne as well coach and mentor us to build this existing chapter, and we're literally gone into our third year now. So Caitlin and I are the original only two. There was four of us, but we're the only two left to build this chapter, and we're at 16 members now. So that story in itself is one that we always talk about, embrace, and go, wow, where are we today? And we always say thanks to Leanne, and Caitlin's an awesome. She's VP now, so vice president. But probably a standout story now. So as we've grown the team, and because I'm in real estate, I am involved with, of course, lots of builders and developers, and I've got some very close developer contacts, and their Sparky let them down. And so BNI becomes part of my language every week. And I'm finding now, after being part of this chapter, people, friends, family, work colleagues are going, hey, Kyle, do you know blah, blah, I need to get my tyres done, or I need to sell my car, or I need a plumber, or I need my carpets cleaned. And I've got this whole plethora of contacts that I can reach out to. But the particular story I wanted to share with you was this relationship that I've built, business relationship with Nick, our Sparky, and he's a commercial Sparky in our team. Anyway, him and I had quite a few one-to-ones, get to know each other. He's a strong family man. He's a professional. Anyway, this developer, long story short, this developer said, Kyle's, our Sparky's let us down. And this was on the weekend one time, and he said, we need a Sparky. So I rang up Nick. Long story short, I just gave a referral to Nick, and I said, Nick, over to you, make me proud, and I knew he would. And $28,000 job for Nick.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, how good's that? And
yeah.
and the main thing there is, apart from Nick's great work and helping you out, you could refer Nick with confidence, knowing that he wouldn't let the team
Oh,
down.
100%.
And
Yeah.
that's, you know, what I mean, that you hear that story so often from all BNI members when they get to know, like, and trust the people in their chapter, and even in other chapters, it just becomes a no-brainer, and you can hang your hat on it and just think Nick's going to be the man for the job.
Oh, totally. And the best thing after that was I caught up with the developer. I think it was probably 4, 6 weeks later. I didn't bring anything up. He just said, Kyle, thank you so much for that, Sparky. Nick is brilliant. He's
Mm,
professional. He's on point. And this developer's quite fussy too, so,
yeah.
and does high-end development. So, yeah, really pleased to hear. Mm.
Yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, great to hear. So, any other stories, any other, great standouts that you've had in your BNI journey? Like, geez, it's been a while. Got over a few.
Yeah. Of course I got a few. How long we got?
What
Uh,
what about as in referrals that come to you? Like you know, I mean, you've been in the real estate game for a while, and people know your work ethic and the way you go about things. So that's obviously been easy for people like myself to refer people to you, and so
yeah.
on. So I mean, that side of the business obviously works for you as well.
Oh, absolutely. That side of things has been lovely. Being very flattered once the team get to know me that whilst I've got a real estate hat on, they know that I put people first before profit. So
Mm.
I've been given quite a few referrals from BNI, which is fantastic, with people wanting to sell their home.
Yeah.
Been an absolute honour, given them a great result because that's probably one of my whilst I put people first before profit, like I mentioned, they also know that I'm probably the negotiator they want in their corner. I often do make a joke with people. You probably want to sell with me, not buy off me.
Yeah, yeah, that's fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
And I can,
Well, it's
uh,
about getting the best price too for the client. So that's what's important.
yeah. And look, it's great. And they're obviously in the 9 different chapters on the coast, real estate agents are a very hot seat, but it doesn't matter which one real estate agent you talk to, there's plenty to go around. Everyone seems to be nice and working well. And, so
Absolutely.
it does.
Oh, there's a lot of respect with the BNIs, as you know. Like, how
Yeah.
many of us? 220 of us to 230?
Yeah, you're right. And everyone gets on famously. So
They do, like they do. It's cool. Love it. It's like your BNI family. I always say you got your own personal family, you got your friends, you got your work, and you got your work connections. Then you got this BNI family. Honestly, you can pick up the phone, and once you've built those friendships and connections, in some cases where there is an emergency, like power or plumbing, you can ring your BNIer, who's the plumber or sparky, and they will pick up the phone.
yeah, correct. I've had the spark in our chapter at
Yeah.
our house at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning after some rain. It didn't work out, and he
Oh,
was there. And I mean, I just wonder how many. If I had to, I was going to say use the yellow pages, showing how old I am. If I had to,
what's the yellow pages? I haven't heard of it.
yeah, well, I think we use it for a doorstop now. The But yeah, if I had to go Googling, I often wonder how many people I would have had to have ring
Yeah,
to finally get
100%.
someone.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, good. So what's next for Kylie Kiss and Ken Guy Budrum? What's on the horizon apart from the
What's on
day
the
to day?
horizon? They're also Kengai Budrum know that I've got my auctioneer's license,
Yeah.
so they're supporting me in that space as well. And I've just called 3 auctions in the last 3 weekends, which has been great. So and they've come on board with that, which is really lovely. And I also do auctions for charities and timber auctions and so forth. So and yeah, that part I will be definitely tapping into and growing that sort of arm of the business model, if you like. But what's for Kylie Kiss and Ken Guy Budrum? We're just helping people, really. It's just helping people with their current properties or where they're going to. So, and the exciting part is the lots of land sales, which is cool.
Have you with the land sales, that's got to be a good mix up to the day to day of selling
Yes,
houses and that as well, isn't it?
yeah,
So that,
yeah, yeah.
was that one of the things that led you to Ken Guy? Is a bit of a different opportunity there?
Definitely, definitely. I've always wanted to tap into that, so because there's so much opportunity here on the coast, and the house and land packages. You're also helping the market of the first home buyers, which is exciting to see their faces when they secure some land and start to build their own home. It's exciting that side.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. That's definitely a big tick from me, and I'm glad they've embraced me in that part of our journey with the land side of things on the coast, which is good. Big things to
Yeah.
come, and
No, that
lots more.
yeah, it would be very interesting. And as you say, it's something that's just going to keep growing, isn't it? Like, it's
Mm,
to be buying and selling existing houses, but the need for new ones and new land and subdivision
absolutely, yeah.
very
There's
high.
lots of opportunities on the coast. It's exciting, exciting times.
Yeah, great. So you mentioned about doing the auctions. So they're going to see a few more Ken Guy auctions around the place now that you're on board. But you mentioned you mentioned
That's all I
timber.
got. No, I'm only kidding.
You mentioned timber auctions.
Yes, yes.
I,
My husband runs
I've
a
got to
timber
ask that.
company, so yeah, he runs a timber company, and I've done a couple of auctions for him. You wouldn't recognise me, Tony. I've got an Akuba on, a flannelette shirt, jeans, my steel cap boots, and auctioning off timber slabs and timber stumps and trees and everything. So yeah, that's fun.
Well, I'm thinking that's when we start doing live crosses or something. Maybe we have to get that one in the future. I'm definitely writing that note down to revisit that one.
You can. That's fine. That's fun. That's fun. Lots of country people. It's cool. They're really laid back and chilled, so it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for that. Well, look, Kylie, it's been fantastic having you on. I've visited your chapter numerous times. Great bunch of people and got a really good team together. It's a credit to you and Caitlin and Leanne and that and building up your chapter that you have. You've got a really
Aw,
good, solid group. So,
thanks, Tony.
well
That means
done.
a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but once you get the momentum and you form a chapter, as you know, full of good people, the rest just flows. It's good.
Yeah, correct. Then you just keep inviting the same like-minded people along, and
That's
it
right. Yeah,
just grows at the rate it needs to grow at, and away you go. The
100%.
how do people get in touch with you? Like, obviously, you're not sitting in your car all the time, so there's got to be
No.
some. How can people get onto the world's fastest real estate agent?
Oh, the world's fastest. I love that. I'm going global now, am I?
Yep. Anything.
I've always wanted to, go global. So anyway, everyone says Kylie Minogue's coming to tour, and I'm like, what? No, anyway.
Jeez.
They can get in contact with Kylie Kis at Kengai Budrum, or you can also Google KK Auctions. So there's a website there, and you can get me through there.
Oh yeah, good. All right, no worries. And if not, go to BNI Connect
That's
and
right, 100%.
track you down. Now you've been put on notice. Make sure your profile's up to date.
Okay.
All these hordes of listeners, the tens of thousands of listeners that we have every week are going to
Yeah,
be piling on there now. Well, Kyle,
yeah.
it's as I said, it's been fantastic. It's always a bundle of laughs with you, and I've been
Back at
really,
you, Tony.
I've been
No,
really waiting to get you on here.
Hey?
I've been waiting a long time to get you on here, so I'm fine. I'm glad we
Sorry
finally
about
did it.
that. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
I
I'll just let the rest of everyone say goodbye to Tony.
Yeah, for those not playing on YouTube, yeah, Kylie has a personal staff. She has a seven-seater full of personal staff,
Yeah,
and
Peter with no people in it.
when she pulls up at building sites or development sites, she lets everyone out of the car to run around, and she stays in there in the air conditioning, looking beautiful, getting the job done.
Well, don't joke. That's why you just sold my car, because I needed a four-wheel drive
Correct.
to go off-road.
Yeah,
Thanks,
maybe we
Tony,
need
for having me.
some after pics of it climbing up a mountain or something. All right, Kylie, you enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for taking the time with us.